Okay, so Namaskara Bengaluru. How is everyone feeling today? All good, excited? Yeah, so it's a good, I think, full house audience that we have. So very nice to see all of you here. So thanks to SMBConnect for inviting us as well. So quickly, I think before we start, let's have a bit of, quiz, right? And we have some goodies to give away as well. So everyone okay with that? Little bit of quiz question, just get us in the mood, yeah? So let's start with. I'm sorry. So what does Salesforce do? Can anyone? CRM software. Yes, who said that, sir? Excellent, excellent. So please hand over a goodie to him. And anything else you want to add on to that? I'm sorry, someone at the back? Data analytics, AI, and? Salesforce automation, yes. What else? Anything else that we do? Lead generation, okay. Part of that. Okay, no worries. So I think next question will answer some of those questions. So somebody said analytics. So what is the name of our business intelligence and analytics software? Who said that? Okay, please, Raj, Uday, if you're there, just hand over sir a gift. Please raise your hand so he can find you. But that's perfect. So did anyone know Tableau is part of Salesforce? How many people knew that? Okay, I think quite a few. So I still hear that, sometimes when people are surprised, so here at least 30-40% people know that, that's great. So we acquired Tableau, I believe about 3 years back, if I'm not mistaken, right? What is the name of Salesforce's collaboration platform? Anyone? It's a tricky one. Many of you are probably already using it, but may not know. Anyone heard of? No one? Slack, okay, that's very nice. So she knows, give big hand to her. So how many of you use Slack or have used Slack in the past, right? So see, that's the thing, right? So a lot of good things are not known, right? Okay. And no prizes for this one, so which is the world's #1 CRM company, right? So that's us, of course, right? But having said that, many times I hear from people that, Salesforce is only for large enterprise, right? SMEs, many times they're surprised when they see us at some of these events or even when they know that we have a special product tailored for SMEs, right? So any guesses on, and this is my final question, probably part of the quiz, any guesses on, of course, most of Fortune 500 companies are on Salesforce, but any guesses, what is our overall SME customer base of Salesforce? What percentage? Somebody said 40, yes sir? 70, okay, I spoke to you, but yes, so I'll give it to you. Well, he's close. I'm talking about global customer base. Anyone? Any closer answer to the real number? 60%. So please just hand over a gift to the lady there. Thank you. So that's right, 60% globally. And anyone, how much in India? 70%. So he's right, the gentleman in the red t-shirt. Raj, gentleman in the red t-shirt, yeah. So that's correct. So almost, so the actual number is about 68%, and of course it fluctuates a bit. But so that's how many SMB customers we have in India. We have been in the SMB business for a while now, so it's not new. A lot of SMB customers are already on Salesforce, right? So this has been our journey over the years, right? And we recently celebrated our 25th anniversary, right? So over the years, we've acquired products like Slack, Tableau, right? MuleSoft. So a lot of these are Salesforce products. We of course started with CRM, but today we have a complete suite of products, right? So I'll just cover that in a bit. But a bit about us. So we are of course leaders in philanthropy, leaders in innovation, and we lead in our culture, right? Our revenues are about close to $35 billion globally. And something that sets us apart, just to talk a bit about our philanthropic initiatives, we have something called as a 1-1-1 rule or 1-1-1 model that we follow, right? What does that mean? So it means 1% of our profits, 1% of our product, right? So we actually give that away free of cost to many NGOs, sustainability companies and all of that, right, who are involved in environmental initiatives. And we give 1% of our employee time, right? So all of us are mandated to do community service. So minimum 2 weeks a year, right? So that's what we devote to it. So, and we have started this as a pledge by other companies. So there are almost about 40,000 companies who have, in fact 45,000 I think is the number, who have joined us in the same model and the same approach, right? And implementing the same model with their respective organizations. So we always believe in giving back, to the environment, right? So that's a key focus area for, in fact, our CEO, Mark Benioff. So these are the core values, right? So trust, customer success, innovation, equality, sustainability. These are the values of our organization. And quickly coming to what we do, right? So all of you very well know about our core product, which is the sales CRM, right? But we have a complete suite of products, right? Covering service, marketing, commerce, right? And we also have analytics products like Tableau that we spoke about, Slack, which is our collaboration platform. And all of these products are integrated, right? So they all talk to each other right out of day one, right? So it's right out of the box. You don't need integrations, all of that. So all that is available. And we also are now, we have created industry-specific products as well. So for example, a manufacturing business, right? You don't need to buy a sales, marketing, service cloud separately, but as part of the manufacturing cloud, you will get most of these right upfront, right? Based on and your use cases that exist are probably already built in, right? So we have done years of research on these industries, whether it's retail, whether it's education, and we understand what are your core basic use cases. So there is so your implementation time becomes short, your go live date is faster, and you can start using, right from, very fast, right? So that's the whole objective. All our products are low-code, no-code products, right? So that means that you don't need a dedicated Salesforce management team, right? You just need one administrator who can decide the rights, all of that to give to your users and so on. But most of our products, so like I myself use Salesforce, right? All of us use Salesforce and, for all our daily work, right? You don't need a specific technical resource to sort of manage that. That is one concern that SMBs normally have, that if I get something like Salesforce, do I need a dedicated team to manage it? It's like as simple as using Microsoft Office, right? So anyone can use it. So what's happening today in the market, right? So buyer expectations are increasing. Customer experiences top, right? And a previous speaker also spoke about it. We need to have personalized communication, right? All the consumers today are digital first. What happened during pandemic, it was the biggest, imperative towards digitization, right? Most companies digitize themselves like almost overnight. And, many of you, like I think the earlier, Mr. Crasto also mentioned, the people who were not able to digitize, many of them died, right? But those of you who were digital already survived and thrived, not just survived, but thrived, right? So if you remember, there was one industry that, in fact, two industries that made the most of pandemic. Anyone? Which industries were there? I'm sorry? Healthcare, medical, and? Yes, and? IT. If you remember, IT industry, their numbers were through the roof. If you remember, Infosys, TCS, Stock, right, they continue to do well even during pandemic. They got more and more orders. What was the reason? Because tech industry is the one that actually digitizes other industries, right? So they had a very strong order book. They did well even during pandemic, right? Now we are having buzzwords like AI, right? So everyone is talking about AI, right? What are the use cases? Many companies have already implemented AI, things like that, right? In fact, the platform that I showed you in the previous slide, Customer 360, we are renaming it to Einstein 1. Right? So what is Einstein? Einstein is our AI platform, right? So all AI features, in fact, Einstein GPT that we have today was launched 10 years back in Salesforce. So we were like way early in the game. Today, obviously, AI, everybody knows what is AI. Chat GPT made it available to everyone, right? So we have all experienced it, used it, and we know what the power is, right? But all our products come embedded with AI already, right? Whether it's marketing, sales, or service, right? So quickly, so selling is more complex, right? Face-to-face selling is happening. We have something called as today phygital salespeople, right? What does that mean? It's a mix of physical and digital, right? So a lot of sales happens offline. It happens on the phone. It happens over video conferences, right? You don't need to travel every time for a sales opportunity, right? Video meetings, social, web, right? Over collaboration platform like probably you're using Teams or Slack or whatever it is, right? We have events like these where we meet face-to-face and we have some business conversations as well, right? But what's the problem there, right? Because of so many channels that are being leveraged, I'm sure a lot of you do business on WhatsApp as well, right? How many of you use WhatsApp Business here? Yes? If not, I think few of you are still not using, but I'm sure you'll get there, right? Everybody is on WhatsApp, WhatsApp business platform. You use it for outbound messages. In fact, WhatsApp is like, they call themselves a platform because WhatsApp can be integrated with other systems. In fact, Salesforce has a native integration with WhatsApp, right? So where you can capture your communication on whether it's email channel, WhatsApp, or whether it's voice channel, all of that into one single platform. Now what's happening is all of you do not have complete visibility into all your interactions with the customers and prospects, right? So a salesperson would have some of the information maybe in his inbox, maybe in Excel sheets, maybe in his head some of the time, right? But all of that is not available together, visible in one single view, right? Are there two people in your company talking to the same customer? Do you know that? Probably you do, probably you don't, right? But as you grow, these problems complicate, these problems will extrapolate, you will have more of these kind of challenges that you will see, right? So when you're small, these problems are less, but as you grow, these will just go to a different level. So it's important to know what's happening in your business, right? So for that, data is the key. Data needs to be in the one place, and you need to have a common view or a single view of the customer on what's going on. So what do you need to do? Start with a simple solution called as the Sales Cloud, right? Which is a core basic software, right? And where you can see all your data in one place, right? You can see all sorts of analytics is available to you. AI can help you project how much business you're going to close based on your past data that you have available, right? It will give you complete visibility into what you're going to achieve this quarter or in the coming year and so on and so forth, right? So what our platform has done, in fact, this is data shared by our customers. Many of them have reported almost 28% increase in their sales, right, using Salesforce. So customized, pre-built, all your business processes can be digitized. Today, can anyone guess how much time the salesperson actually spends selling on the field? Anyone? 100%, 90%, 80%? What is your estimate of your own salesperson? 40%. Sir is absolutely right. 60% of the time by salesperson is spent on administrative tasks, right? Sending proposal, sending email, setting up a meeting or whatever, right? Rather than talking to the customer. Now imagine if this 40% goes to 60%. You have increased this productivity by 50%, right? That is what tools like these can help you with, right? Reduce your manual tasks, automate your repeatable tasks, right? And have the salesperson spend more time with the customer rather than doing your admin tasks, right? So 29% increase in productivity is what, in general, our customers have polled, right? But in many cases, it is higher. You'll see that in one of the case studies that I have at the end, right? So intelligence into the sales journey, I spoke about this, right? We have now a lot of AI features that are embedded, makes your conversations more intelligent, makes your view more intelligent, makes your operations more intelligent, right? So forecasting with accuracy, right? This is something where business owners need a view of what's happening into the business, right? Already spoke about this, so won't get too much into it. But these are some of the metrics, right? And I'll just highlight, and you can read it, right? I'm not going to go through each one of them, just highlight some of them, right? Win deals, right? So we have noticed almost about 30% increase in the deal volume that our customers have, reported, winning because of using tools like Salesforce, right? Decrease in customer reach out time, right? Customer satisfaction score, right? Very important, right? So many of you are into the D2C business here, selling directly to consumers, right? And you all know, all of you who are into that business know that customer satisfaction is the key. If you have a satisfied customer will be a repeatable customer, right? Anyone who disagrees, right? Anyone who, okay, now tell me, all of you have Amazon and Flipkart accounts, right? I'm guessing, right? Who do you prefer between the two when it comes to experience? Everyone, right? That's unanimous answer I get, right? So that's the best way to demonstrate how customer experience can, really change the game. Now, if you have noticed, when you raise a query with Amazon, most of the time it may get resolved even without an agent coming on chat. Have you noticed? They'll give you options, 1, 2, 3. And same thing with Swiggy as well. Just in case you have noticed. Swiggy, I would say from the last 6 months to a year, over 6 months, right? They have, implemented something very similar to Amazon as well, right? So you have a no chat, without the agent coming into play, you can process your refunds, right? If the amount is below a certain value, they won't ask any questions, they don't want any proofs, they will just issue the refund. It leads to customer delight and makes you more loyal to the brand. That is what customer experience does, right? Anyone has made a call to their, everyone here has a bank account? Yes? When was the last time you called your bank? Last 3 months, how many calls? One call, anyone? In last 4 months? Never. 4 calls in last 3 months? Okay, you must be having some major issue. Or I don't want to be with your bank then. But I don't remember giving a call to my bank for 2 years now. I'm not endorsing a specific bank here, but the name starts with I and there are 3 I's in the back. But, very delightful app experience, right? And anything I want to do, increase my credit card, this thing international, I want to activate it, deactivate it, everything is done on the app. And even when I call, if the whole time is more than 1 minute, what happens? They tell you that I have sent you a WhatsApp message. Please continue the conversation there. Has anyone experienced that? Yeah, with many brands. So then you just finish your conversation on WhatsApp. It's so seamless, right? And nobody wants to talk to anyone nowadays, right? We want everything self-service and it should happen seamlessly, right? So that's what it is all about. So I'll quickly jump into the last final video that I have for you. Yeah. Do I need to click? Yeah. I hope the audio works. If you can play from there. Yeah.
Gemini as a business started in 1987. We supply products and we also supply services that increase the productivity and guarantee safety to everybody who uses our products, whether it be production or maintenance. Our customers are all the commodities, that is any industry which is producing power, steel, cement, or any other commodity, and any factory which processes this from mined product to finished product. Gemini has a product or a solution for them. 1991 is the first time we started using what can be called as a CRM within our company. And I could not expand our homegrown or home harvested CRM to the level what we wanted. We evaluated many platforms and zoned into Salesforce. In 1991, as a company, we had people who I like to call as the briefcase salesperson. Today, that salesperson is extinct. And what we need is a phygital salesperson. And Salesforce helps me and every salesperson in my company to become one. Using a CRM and a CRM like Salesforce combines the art, if you're a good salesperson, with the science, and you have a complete solution. You can serve your customer better, you can listen to your customer better, you can understand the dynamics behind decisions, you can understand behavior traits and offer better solutions to the customer. Thank you, Salesforce, for bringing this intelligence to us. Our foremost value is customer focus. CRM technology helps us get this customer focus. A customer calls us. Any person who's answering that call has at his or her fingertips the entire history of what that machine has done, what it has consumed, what are the typical problems. This engagement with the customer is nothing else but sheer customer delight for him. Key to business success is to be in the moment and on the go. What Salesforce does, it helps you convert your actions into outcomes that you, your leadership, and your team decide together. We've seen over 60% enhancement in productivity rate of our sales and support people. And this is how we can serve our customers better.
So thank you so much for being a great audience and bearing with me. But before I close, as you can see, Mr. Rajiv himself, he was using Salesforce, right? So like I said, it's very easy to use, very user friendly. And by the way, can anyone guess what is our starting price of Salesforce products? I think some of you may have that question, but yeah, so we have a new starter pack that we have launched, right? Especially for the SME audience. It starts at about close to 2,000 rupees per user per month, right? And so there are great offers. By the way, I have two of my colleagues here. If you can just raise your hand, Prateek and Ankita, please meet us. We have a booth outside, and we'll be happy to share more. But before I close, any questions from anyone? I don't know if we can take that, but yes, sir, at the back. Yeah.
Hi, this is Pawan.
Yes.
So this is question regarding to the technology landscape of Salesforce.
Right.
So recently there is a news circulating, I don't know whether it's the right platform to ask, regarding acquisition of Informatica. Is that going to happen? That's the first thing. The reason I'm asking this question, right, we are into the space of iPaaS. So
Correct.
where the Boomi is the iPaaS platform where we are
Yes.
expertise.
Yes.
So that's the reason we are very curious to know about when last time you acquired MuleSoft, we felt like something is going to change,
Yes.
and it didn't happen that much. So, and why you are looking for another iPaaS platform? What makes you to motivate towards that Informatica cloud? That's the first question. The next question is AI. Everyone is talking about AI.
Yes.
So how the Salesforce is planning to come up with the kind of GPT, right? Salesforce GPT.
It's already there, Einstein GPT. Yeah, it's already available. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not pretty much aware of it,
Sure.
but how far it is already improvised, right?
Sure.
So, yeah, thank
I'll
you.
give you some examples of that. To your first question, I'm not the authorized person to answer that question. I have also read the news like you in the news, so I'm not privy to any additional information that you've seen in the media already. So no comments on that part. On the second part, yes, Einstein is already integrated into our sales marketing service clouds, right? So the experience that you see, on some of the apps that you use, whether it's bank, e-commerce, and others, many of those experiences are enabled through these AI features, right? So what AI does, so for example, you get a single view of the customer from sales, marketing to service, right? AI picks up the data, automatically responds. AI-based bots or chatbots are a known use case, which all of you are aware of, right? So that is available. I'll give you a simple marketing example. You want to send an email communication out to, let's say, your database, which could be 10, 20, 30,000, maybe a lakh or more, right? And you want to create an email offer for them, for example, for your company. Maybe you're selling a manufacturing product or something like that, or you're selling a tech product, right? Whatever it is. So you can just give instructions to Einstein GPT saying that, okay, I want to create a mailer on this offer, write 2-3 lines about what it is. You can select the tone, whether you want professional, you want fun, casual, right, and all of that. And the platform will actually create a mailer for you on the left with your approved imagery, your logo, all of that, and you can simply approve and just send it out. So earlier you needed a designer to do it, create an HTML, upload image, buy image, whatever, all of that, right? So these are some basic use cases. And again, I'm not the expert, my colleagues are the experts, so please meet us. We'll share more about some of the other AI use cases that are there. But even on forecasting, intelligence, one of the slides that I covered, that is also AI enabled, right? So that's how, yes, sir. I think the next speaker, I don't want to delay, but yeah, maybe we can take a couple of questions more.
Yeah, you also are getting
Yeah.
into finance, right? You have this finance force. We don't hear much about that. Is that still a very viable?
Maybe I can answer.
Yeah.
So there's something known as finance cloud, financial services cloud. So basically what we did now is we have
Just given the mic. Yeah.
we've taken a industry-wide, the GTA model has changed completely. So what we have done is we are going an industry-first approach, right? So you have an entire dedicated team that only works on financial services. And in fact, financial services is the most top-growing industry from a Salesforce point of view because one of our core values, as we said, is trust, right? And companies that deal with such information which are really confidential, they believe that a solution like Salesforce should be in place just so that it's not just a solution that is premium out there in the market, but data, there is no data loss and the recovery is always there and things and so on
Yeah. Hyper growth, yeah. Most of it is organic, and in fact, in India, if you have read some media articles, we are growing at about 25 to 30% of business. So India is right now our fastest growing geography in the whole world for Salesforce. So obviously, in mature markets, the revenue is already higher. Here, we are still on the growth path, obviously on a hyper growth path, as you can see. So yes, most of it is organic, but like Sir mentioned, one of the news articles, we will always be exploring opportunities wherever for an organic growth as well. Yes, sir.
This is Murali here.
Yeah.
Can you just tell me about your security aspects, in fact?
Absolutely. So,
And one more thing, other than this, where is your servers located, in fact? Where are our data being stored, whether locally or internationally? How is it retrievable? Is it in one place or it is in a number of places?
yeah, so like a typical cloud environment, your data would be stored in data centers, right? And there is a website, I'm maybe wrong, but security.salesforce.com. Trust.salesforce.com, sorry. So there you can find all the information about the security policies. In fact, if there are any breaches, anything, downtime, all of that is reported there. And happy to share, and this is not something I like to brag about, but and this is something I always say with fingers crossed, because security has become a it's a very important topic in today's world, right? And especially with AI coming in, ethical points come in, how data is handled, how data is stored, and how data is managed. That's why we call ourselves AI data CRM, right? So data is a core part of it, and trust, like she said, is a very important part. So in fact, in our values, you saw trust as one of the values as well. So on that URL, you can find all our policies. We can have a more detailed discussion outside on where the data is stored, but many companies now mandate storing data in India or specific locations, right? So there are some regulated industries, whether it's banking and others. So we obviously have to comply with those policies. So we ensure that we do, right? So I can share more details outside. Yeah. Yes, we do. Yes, so I think there are a lot more questions, but we don't want to delay the program. So please meet us, right, post the event in breaks. Happy to answer any other question. Thank you so much, guys.